never lost our sense of what's truly important. The great taste of Charleston Chew.
It's gonna be terrible.
Hello and welcome to Best of the Bottom, where bottom class people drinking bottom shelf booze. And real quick, hello to Nico Nee. She's in the chat. Hey, I noticed the green booty returned. Has it no longer been banned by the Twitch machine? And Extreme is here. Good morrow to you as well.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, gee.
Congratulations. It's a good day. Arg. We're bottom class people drinking bottom shelf booze. I am the Reverend JP. This is.
Oh, yeah.
Get you to introduce yourself.
Sorry.
Most definitely. Most definitely. If the green booty isn't the best, then I don't know what is. But here on Best of Bottom, we drink cheap booze, we give a review, we talk about some random bullshit. Good one.
Oh, that's wonderful.
It's a squid. We drink some cheap booze, give a review, talk about some nonsense. We drink cheap booze, and you can too. But first, to get things started, we have the bag of doom. You see what we have here in this bag is some random shots. Because I buy some random shots, I put them in this bag, and we confront our destiny. And we have to deal with it. The good, the bad, the mediocre, the magnificent. And Diane goes first. Yes, the pinkest of mushrooms that have ever pinked.
I
shall confront my destiny and consensually make it my bitch. Pineapples. 99 of them. Oh, it is warm in here today. It's getting all sweaty in the podcast room again.
When is it not sweaty in the podcast room, Joseph?
Well, I don't know. I should probably crack the window open a little bit.
This is the end of summer. I guess summer has already ended.
Yeah, I guess technically we're in fall, but it's still like 100 and sweaty balls degrees outside. Cheers to no more sweaty balls. Hopefully. Nobody wants that.
No. I don't know what that's like, but it sounds very uncomfortable. And I can safely say I want everybody's balls to feel nice. Just as a general base, I think.
Dry and comfortable.
Sure.
I figure that's a nice little base.
That's my general mood, and then you fuck with me, then it's like, you know what? Wet balls.
May your balls be sweaty for all eternity.
Yeah, sweaty.
And stick to the side of your leg. So this is becoming the Doom bottle. You see, sometimes you take a shot and you get a little dribble left in there. So I've been slowly combining all the dribbles into this bottle. And whenever it's full, I will take this shot. And it's going to be really bad.
It's going to be fermented spit. Fermented alcohol spit.
It can't be spit because I just shoot it down. I'm not putting it in my mouth, so it's just the little bit that doesn't get caught. Because I'm
I
not
don't
sitting
know.
here just sipping on it and drooling.
It still makes me uneasy, you know?
Well, it's supposed to. It's making me uneasy. But you know what? I started it, and I'm going to commit. I'll even put in the freezer. I don't know. It seems like that's where it should be.
I mean, I think it's a great idea. I can't wait for you to take the shot, but
Oh, I feel like you should start one too.
well, I don't know about all that.
Why do I have to be the only one that's miserable?
Because I'll pour some out of my shot before I take the shot, but I won't like. In my head, it's spittle, dude. I don't care. I don't care even if it's my own. Rather not.
Well, you know what they say. It's this time. It's time for this week's adventures of Florida Man. You see, what I do is I find the Florida Man headline and I make up the story because life is better when you make it up. Florida Man gets probation for transporting 41 turtles. For you see, this man knew the secret of the ooze. And one day, he came across 41 baby turtles in a sewer. And he found what only could be described as green ooze coming from under his bed in the meth lab. And he decided it is time to start his army of teenage mutant ninja turtles. But alas, the fuzz was tipped off by some man wearing what only can be described as a small metal trash can on his head. He ratted this fool out. Why do I have cat fur in my mouth? He ratted him out. And he tried everything he could to hide his turtles. He transported them here, there, near everywhere. But the fuzz was on to him. And they followed him. They followed him to the depths of the earth. And unfortunately, he was eventually found. And the turtles never met the ooze, which is a good thing. Because it turns out he just had a big case of spearmint gum that got some gasoline on it. And it wasn't going to work out anyways. But, you know, it's a thought that counts. I mean, if I could breed my own Ninja Turtles and have an army of, you know, pizza eating minions, I would do it. Because I am a man of the gods. And that is how it should be. Thoughts?
I mean, I was so ready for another batch of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but then it didn't happen, and then it turns out it wasn't going to happen anyway, and I was like, oh, you're right.
Devastation! Well, you know, and just...
Why did I believe that this person could engineer Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in the first place? I don't know.
Oh, no, you got your hopes up for nothing.
Yeah, well, you know.
This is a Florida man. Yes, his mullet is impressive, and the jean shorts are popping. But you know what? It is still just some gum under a meth lab.
You're right. You're right.
When I'm right, I'm damn right. Now, Diane, it is time to face our beverage. This is a local beverage. Well, semi-local. Diane's going to hate it because it's watermelon.
Mm-hmm.
It comes from the Albuquerque Isotopes. I guess they sell it in their ball stadium. It's the watermelon walk-off. It's watermelon lemonade vodka cocktail made with Teller genuine vodka made in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And it's canned by Safe House Distilling Company. Mallory, shut your face. There's no need for all that. I picked this up. It is, I would say it's more expensive than it should be. It's $11.98 for a 4-pack, but it is more of a cocktail, and it's 9.69 nice percent ABV. And I don't know. The question is, how much am I going to hate Albuquerque by the end of this episode? That is the question. Will this redeem Albuquerque? Or will I be just as angry as that bullshit meat cider? Let's find out.
Do you still have that?
I do.
You should compare them side by side.
Why do no?
Would I keep making you drink the meat cider?
Yeah.
Because I don't know. I guess I like to see you suffer.
I have one meat cider left. It's in the fridge. I still
You're right.
got meat cider.
You're right. We should save it for a special occasion.
I still have a shock top. I still got some of these. I have that Crooked Maker bullshit. I got Killian's. I have one of the White Claw Ultras.
Look at Justin proving he's not an alcoholic right now.
Yeah, I still have booze in there. How many boozes do you have left over, Diane?
From the podcast 0.
Those are all from the podcast. Look at me. I am a responsible citizen. Ish.
I'm not.
Cheers to responsible citizenship.
I mean, I can't. I'm like not really a part of the club, dude. I'm trying.
Huh. It's not bad. But is it good? Is it good? This kind of
just dead air as we contemplate.
This it puts me in the mind of a liquefied Jolly Rancher, or maybe even a Warhead.
It's a Warhead. 100% a Warhead.
It's very tart.
Very tart. And I can't decide. It's delicious, but it's like, yeah, it's very much Warhead.
Is this more Warhead than the Warhead seltzers? I don't know. I can't find those bitches anywhere.
I believe that they would be.
It is.
Unless it's like... Because I feel like even the Warheads, they're probably going to make them taste more like the candy afterwards, you know?
Yeah. I'm enjoying it. I don't feel like anybody needs to set fire to Albuquerque today.
It tastes exactly like the watermelon Warheads. Like, you're getting the last bit of the sour stuff, and you're starting to get the beginning of the candy.
Yeah, it doesn't have that front end malic acid sour, but it's definitely like, say you were to take a watermelon Warhead, dunk it in water about 2 or 3 times, and then shove it in your mouth. That is the experience of this. I think I like it.
I actually think I do too. I was thinking, I don't know. It hit me. I was shocked when it hit my mouth because I was like not expecting it to be tart. I know it says it's like lemonade,
Yeah.
but I wasn't expecting it to be so.
And you don't even like watermelon flavored stuff.
No, this is pretty tasty though. This is pretty tasty.
Yeah.
Because I feel like watermelon warheads pretty tasty.
Yeah, that's true. But how many of these can you drink before you feel nauseated?
Oh, I'm already starting not to like it, you know.
Yeah.
The more I drink it, the less I like it just because it's a lot.
Yeah. It makes me more thirsty.
Like trying to get through it, yeah, I feel like I need a water.
Yeah.
It's
But you know what? It promotes healthy drinking habits. Drink some, sip of water. So that way you catch a buzz.
Challenge? That sounds like a challenge.
It's, you know, you get a nice buzz, but you stay hydrated. And that's the important thing to fight hangovers. But is it worth the 12? Well, I guess this is kind of on par for a lot of the 4-pack cocktails. They often tend to be between $9 and $13.
But they most of the they do the job though.
Yeah. And
this one's not as high as whatever ones we did, but
yeah, because I think the White Russians were 12.
Yeah.
But 9.69 is a good number. Nice. I can't complain. Cheers.
Can you toast on the same drink?
I don't know.
That
was cheers to Nico.
Oh.
Because she did the beers emojis and another mushroom of different ilk.
Different ilk.
The only thing that sucks is they don't dance on this app, on this thing, but they dance very lovely on the Twitch stream.
Oh, so I'm just seeing
like the pink mushrooms, they dance about vigorously.
Oh, darn, I'm missing out on the full experience.
It's lovely. I can see it on my monitor screen.
Well, you know what? I'm going to have to use my cellular device.
Get your shit together, Diane. Get your shit. Get it all together.
I got 6%.
Get it all together and put it in a nice, neat pile. Just get it all together. Put it all nice together. Although I just burped and I could taste the beef, the pot roast Mom made.
I know, I've been burping up the pot roast too. I'm dying.
And if there was an odd effect on this watermelon,
Yeah.
Watermelon beef.
I got beef burps for real, and it is it's kind of problematic. I'm not enjoying it, if I'm honest.
That's true.
I forgot what I was doing for a second.
But you know what? Now that we've given our initial thoughts on this beverage, which honestly, you know what? I could probably pound through some of these very easily.
You really think so?
An orange Fanta.
Oh.
I could see the orange dreamsicle. Even with the cinnamon? Huh. I'll take it under advisement.
I think it would be delicious.
Yeah, maybe we'll do it next week. I don't know.
That sounds like something the fiance would enjoy.
Yeah, we'll give it a try next week. I don't know what to get for next week. What advertisement? You're subscribed. You shouldn't be getting an advertisement.
Or is he? Dun dun dun.
No, he is subscribed because it says up here, Extreme has been subscribed at tier 1 for 19 months.
I got an advertisement. So. I can't even see it though. Can we get another repost?
Scroll down. What are you trying to find?
I can't because I'm trying to see the dancing.
Oh yeah, because you jumped on too soon.
Yeah, not too soon. Too late.
Too late. Nico, can we request some more pink mushrooms?
Yes, please. Thank you. I just, I feel like.
Oh, advisement. Look, don't make fun of my learning disabilities. That's not kosher. It's 2022. Hashtag woke. Come on, bro. You know, I have trouble reading stuff sometimes correctly. I don't know if I have dyslexia or what the hell the deal is. But yes, that does say advisement. Like one day, the lovely Dominique texts me and it says, "How are you?" And for some odd reason, I thought it said, "How dare you?" And I'm like, "Oh, what did I do?" I don't know. I see words and I take letters away and I add some, and but yeah. Learning disabilities. They suck. We'll get into that later. We have apparently there's an Adderall shortage. We'll be talking about that once we get done talking about the heresy of Chick Fil A and all their evil ways. But first, it is time for I got booze in the news. This isn't good news. This is kind of dick move news. And I applaud the owners of this brewery for keeping their cool and not losing their complete shit about it. But there's a Philadelphia brewery. This comes from the Food and Wine website. And the article reads, Philadelphia breweries hops harvest destroyed by the city. So there is a small brewery in Philadelphia, and it's the Philadelphia Brewing Company, and they do it's an IPA. They do a beer. It doesn't specify what it is. It's an ale. They do an ale once a year that's called Harvest from the Hood. And they've partnered with a local community that has, I guess they have a big empty lot there. Let's see. Community Life Improvement Program. Okay, so that's the city program. But they have... The lot is owned by New Kensington Community Development Corp. And they have an agreement with them that they can use this open lot, and they maintain it, they keep everything clean, and they put a bunch of hops out there and they grow it, and then once a year they have a bunch of these ales that are locally grown and harvested and everything. And suddenly New Kensington Community Development and the Philadelphia Brewing Company suddenly got a letter saying that they were in violation for weeds and all this other stuff. And vibrate, Diane, vibrate. And they had worked out with them that they could grow stuff there with the New Kensington. But the city had sent them a thing saying they had weeds and everything. So New Kensington let the brewing company know. They contacted the city being like, hey, those aren't weeds; those are hops. We're growing them, and if you look, everything's nice and orderly because they have everything cleaned up. They have the weeds taken care of. It's just everything's all nice and neat. And the girl was like, oh, okay. They sent photos. They talked to the management. Everybody's like, oh, okay, it's cool. No problem. There's no violation. There's no fines. There's no nothing. We're good. We're good. We're good. Everything's chill. As the employees and everybody was coming into the brewery that morning to start their workday, the motherfucking city, they saw them as they were leaving, had cut down everything. They'd completely mowed down the entire hops. Here, I'll show you a photo here. Let's share screen. So they had mowed everything down. And granted, like, there's not that much there, but they cut everything down. And there's the little bastards right now. Oh, that's very cute. Look at that.
Do you know, is that like a highlighted comment you sent? Because, sorry, excuse me. I can't see that. The only reason I saw that is because I have my phone.
It's because Maverick is subscribed at tier 1 for 21 months.
So that's why I couldn't see the.
Yeah, and it says start the podcast over. I'm here.
Yeah. Well, I saw it on my phone because I had my phone open. And it did make me smile. Yeah. That's what was happening.
But see, this is how it looked.
Well, what the heck?
Before and after. So they contact the city and they're like, oh, hey, bro, what the fuck? You said it was cool. We had everything good. And the city was like apologizing and this and that. But apparently they are losing out in like tens of thousands of dollars of, revenue for this particular beer line that they're doing. So they said to file a complaint and hopefully the city actually pays them, the revenue, because that's some bullshit. Oh, look, did you see?
And they're wonderful.
There you go.
It was everything I could have imagined.
Oh, we gifted Nico
the Heartthrobbers. I'm impressed. I love them.
They're throbbing pink mushrooms for the joy of gifting subscriptions. It's a lovely day.
Oh yes.
It's a lovely day in the hood. At least in our hood. I don't know about Philadelphia because the harvest from the hood will not be happening this year. And the most devastating thing is I guess this was a particularly good harvest, and there's two guys that take care of it, and one person is like, those are his babies. He's out there every day keeping everything nice and clean and beautiful, and they're growing. He's researching and making the best hops he could possibly make, and the city just fucked it. He just came in and fucked his dreams. And that is what the government does. Let that be a lesson, folks. The government takes your dreams and fucks them without consent.
Oh damn! See, that's the part that's rough.
Anarchy. That's my story. That's what I have to say about that.
That's pretty crazy. So, like, what legal action is happening? I'm assuming.
Well, not as of right now. The city said to file a claim with their risk management, and the city should pay for all the losses. I hope they better, because what the fuck, bro? What the fuck? That's some bullshit. If they don't, I definitely think they're well within their right to sue. You're just risk. I don't know about management. This This is delightful.
This is.
I don't hate Albuquerque anymore. Thank you, isotopes.
I never hated Albuquerque.
That meat juice made me hate them.
I can see how meat juice would, though, you know?
And I am far from a vegan, but I just like if I'm going to have meat flavored alcohol, I want to be aware of it and be warned. I don't want it just surprisingly thrown in my mouth when I'm expecting delightful cherries. Instead, I'm getting fucking old ass teriyaki jerky.
Yeah. Cherry teriyaki.
I'm just saying. You got to warn her, brother. But this is good. I'm loving this. I got a solid buzz now. It's lovely. It's delightful.
It's
I'm
tasty.
feeling inspired. Like I could paint the next Sistine Chapel. It'll be glorious. But instead of touching fingers, I'll be touching wieners.
I say, let it happen. This just became an art podcast.
I'm just saying.
Or stream.
Anybody that has some sort of chapel that needs the ceiling painted and is not opposed to wiener touching, I'm your guy. Do I have great painting skills? Let's find out.
Maybe if you made some mock-ups, you know?
Yeah, but I feel more like you got to let the whim of inspiration carry you, you know?
Muses.
Yeah. I'm just trying to decide, should it be 2 or 4 wieners trying to touch?
More wieners, the merrier, you know?
That's true.
If I'm expecting you to do a chapel and you're doing wieners, I would rather have 4 than 2.
I mean, most rooms have 4 corners.
There you go.
So if
that's sound logic.
Corner and they're meeting, like, you know, it'll be inspirational.
It'll be beautiful.
It will. I can almost picture it now. It'd be lovely.
I wish I could see.
I wish I could just telepathically send my images into the internet, but we're not at that future yet.
Have you been doing any of the AI art stuff?
I've done one of the things on the TikTok, but I didn't post it. I did the bottom class one.
I've been doing it, like, I've just downloaded a bunch of apps and I've been doing it just for, like, inspiration.
Yeah.
It's been pretty cool. Some of them pretty weird.
I thought about it, but I haven't done it yet.
It's been really fun. Like, I feel like I got all the apps just before, like, the real boom came in.
Yeah.
Like, all the YouTubers started doing it because now there's, like, a queue to actually do the stuff. And it's like, pay for me. And it's like, damn.
Oh.
I was making, like, a shit ton of those a day. And then all of a sudden it's like, there's a queue. And then pay for this shit. And I'm like, damn. It's done. It's all gone. All the good free ones. It's over.
This always happens. But do you want to talk about heresy?
Sure. I mean, I guess. I always enjoy a little bit of heresy.
As we all know, Chick Fil A is a Christian organization, so we expect them to lie to us and cheat and steal. But the one thing they're supposed to be all about is, like, they have the whole campaign of cows encourage you to eat chicken instead of them. It's a whole fucking thing. But yet, here they are with a fucking hamburger They have the fucking luau burger. First off,
How do the cows feel?
betrayed. I mean, look, I'm just saying, don't trust a Christian.
Keep going.
Secondly, this corporation already has enough baggage. You know, this whole thing about hating anything LGBTQ and all the super right wing cult propaganda they fund and spew out. But then to top it off, you're going to create a burger. A fucking burger.
Is it an impossible burger?
No, it is a regular cow ground beef burger.
Is it
with
a chief
bacon, cheese,
or
and pineapple.
a bacon? Is it like a hybrid chicken beef burger?
No, it says nothing about chicken.
Damn, Chick Fil A.
Right.
Damn.
Ingredients. It doesn't have the full. Bastards. You don't even show the full ingredients. It just says it's a grilled burger patty topped with Colby Jack cheese, fresh grilled pineapple, and a crispy applewood smoked bacon served on a warm toasted sweet bun. And I just, I understand the church lying to you, population control, and all that stuff. I get it. I understand capitalism, get your money, scam people into, guilting them into giving you money. 10% of their income. But then you have these corporations going out, making some adequate chicken. Is it the best chicken on the planet? Nay. Is it okay chicken? Yes. Do I care about anything else on the menu other than crisp fries? It's okay. But for me, it's the fries. That's the only reason why I haven't gone to Chick Fil A. I love their fries. More restaurants need to do the crisp fries.
Their nuggets are delicious.
Their nuggets are good enough. Zaxby's is better. And they don't have the Christo-fascism
Yeah.
behind it.
Yeah, I've had to abandon Chick Fil A.
Yes.
I still think about their nuggets, although on Pinterest there are so many different recipes for remaking their nuggets, and I'm like,
Oh,
I guess if I really care that much, I could give it a go.
I am so pissed off because I remember when I was living in Florida, I had made some nuggets like that were way better than Chick Fil A's. The flavoring of those nuggets was so fucking amazing, and I do not remember what the fuck I put in them. And they were so good. And I've tried so hard to recreate it, and I've never done it again.
This is what I hate about all y'all chefs. You're all out here like, I don't do recipes. I just toss whatever the fuck in there. And then you ask, like, okay, like I would like some of that food. And you're all like, I don't remember how the hell I did that.
No, there are many things. My ribs are consistent. My chicken parmesan is consistent. But I forgot what I did in those nuggets. I at least keep note of what I did. This time it was strictly cooking from the heart. And the heart has Alzheimer's.
It's what all you cooking types do. It's all from the heart and from the wrist and from the experience.
You've eaten many of the things I've made, and have they not almost always been consistently good?
Yeah, they're always delicious, but you're doing it from your soul.
But I
can't be recreated.
I can recreate them. Can I explain to you what I use? No. But can I recreate it? Yes.
I guess I'm more mad at your sister because she made the most delicious oxtails. And she was like, yeah, I've been looking up recipes. I have this recipe. So she her base thing was this oxtail recipe, but she threw whatever the fuck in there, and it was the most delicious thing I've ever eaten in my whole entire life. Like, I fall asleep thinking about those oxtails like almost every other night. I swear to God. And she has no clue what, like, she's like, yeah. But recreating it is going to be a thing because she just kind of was like, you know what? This recipe is boring. I'm going to throw this in here, this in here. Yeah. And it was so freaking good.
That's kind of how it is. I have yet to try to make oxtails. I would like to.
It was fine, but the oxtail I got was like all fat.
Ooh, that's the best.
No. All fat is not the best.
Well, not all fat, but like good fatty.
It was like, mine was like, I don't know what was going on with this oxtail, but it was had a fat end on it.
But we're missing the point.
What are we missing the point?
Chick Fil A are some dirty fucking whores. And they're evil, and they're blood-sucking corporation that supports Trump, who is probably the Antichrist. And how are we going to serve burgers?
I know. What about the cows? That's what I'm more concerned about. Like, have they rioted? I guess they've been rioting.
Are you abandoning the cows? All these cows you have hired, you're just going to lay them off? Your spokespeople, they have cubs to feed. Not cubs. Calves to feed. They're not lions.
Are we supposed to believe now that the cows are giving up their weak and needy?
Are you saying, you know what?
Is this a conspiracy among the cows?
Is this a Jesus cow? Is this what
it's a cult, dude. It has to be a cult. They're killing the cows now. It's a cult.
Oh, it's definitely a cult. Chick Fil A's always been a cult.
Jesus.
Like I said, don't trust a Christian. My family's gonna be so mad if they ever hear this podcast.
Just remember, I chuckled. Nothing. Keep me in the well.
I don't know. Just saying that of all the things you've done wrong, you're betraying your own beliefs.
The cows.
I mean, the cows. It is a sad pineapple burger. That's the other thing too. Is I'm looking at it going, this is clearly a frozen patty. This is definitely, you know, those Angus patties that Mom would get in that little packet where they're not like perfectly round. Like you can tell a machine has a stamper that makes them to where they're not quite 100% perfect circle to make it look more hand pressed. That's what this is. This is clearly a frozen patty. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
That is exactly what this is. And those are brushed on grill marks. Those aren't real grill marks. Look, there is no compression on there. That is 100% Sharpie. Do you want Sharpie on your burger? I don't. That's why you don't trust Christians and their companies. Look at this.
I say, I don't know. You know, there's certain things.
If you want a good pineapple burger, okay. So there's this place. It's also a chicken place, actually. Don Carbone. It's an El Paso fast food chain. They do mesquite grilled chickens. Oh, it's so delightful. It is way better than Chick Fil A could ever be. None of their stuff is battered or fried. It is cooked on a fire pit, and it's amazing. But they also make a burger just like this, but it is delicious. It's amazing. Don Carbone in El Paso. It is amazing. And they got their charro beans, which has some chicharron in there, and they got some little weenie, and then they got some like chili in there. Oh, it's perfect. Tortas Davis.
I would pass on a I don't like burgers though.
Yeah, but
The only burger I really
ultimately,
like is fiance's.
ultimately, if you want a good chicken place that doesn't commit heresy and has the best chicken you've ever had, Don Carbone. Mm. They have one in Anthony. That's the closest one to us. It used to be a Carl's Jr., but it upgraded to Don Carbone. It is delightful. There's also one on Artcraft. And those are the two that I know of. And they're amazing.
I'm pretty sure
I'll have to look into it.
for my anniversary. Nico me. A good part of it where we ate and it was fantastic. I had the best red enchiladas I've ever had in my whole entire life.
You've been to this place?
No, I don't know if it's that place, if it's the same place. I don't know. No, I don't think so. I don't know. I don't know where we went, but it was very, very good.
Oh.
There you go. Delicious. It was so good. Like, I've never had, like, you go out all these places and you get red enchiladas, but they're never, like, hot.
Yeah.
And
that's why I usually get green
enchiladas.
enchiladas.
Time I've ever went to, like, a restaurant, and I was like, this is actually spicy, and it's delicious.
Yeah.
And if I could have, I would have been, like, fill up the car. Delicious.
I love cheap, delicious places.
I trust her 1,000% as far as taste.
1,001%.
Yes. Plan my next anniversary as far as food goes because it was so good.
The buzz is getting stronger. And this is delicious.
It is good. I would say I'm actually drinking it warm. And it's still refreshing, kind of. I can't imagine what it tastes like cold because it's probably delightful. Very, very good.
It is very delightful.
I can see this being more refreshing cold, but I actually really like this warm. But I like most of my drinks warm, so.
Yeah, because you're crazy.
Yeah. Some drinks I drink, and I get why they tell you to drink it cold. Because it tastes 1,000% better, but.
Yeah, there's some things that you drink it warm, and it's like, what the fuck am I drinking?
Yeah.
Or some stuff is like the teriyaki juice. It tastes bad no matter what you do. Warm, cold. Doesn't matter. It sucks.
Yeah.
But have you heard about this? Have you read about this? Apparently there's an Adderall shortage forcing some ADH to reduce their work responsibilities, report says. Now, first off, it seems to be Walgreens is having the problem. And you know what? Fuck Walgreens. For other reasons. I've had lots of issues. I go to CVS. I haven't had any issues filling my Adderall. But apparently there's been a shortage of Adderall due to supply chain issues, and also during 2020 there was a boom in a lot of online, like Cerebral, and I think there was a couple others, but they were prescribing ADHD medications, which is Adderall, Ritalin, whatever. The Adderall tends to be the most popular, and they've been prescribing this, and the number of prescriptions went from 3 million to 3.5 million, which that's a significant amount. Which there's a whole other issue with Cerebral. They apparently were overprescribing, which doesn't surprise me. It has that very much pill mill thing. Like they had a whole regulation, like not to prescribe every person Adderall or Xanax or whatever. They had a thing to prescribe no more than 90% of their patients. medications because they didn't want to be a pill mill. I'm just saying, I feel like 90% is still a pill mill situation there. Like, but that's kind of boosted the influx of Adderall prescriptions. And you know what? Fuck Walgreens. The other thing that kind of gets me too is I feel like some people are a little bit over exaggerating this because I've been out without my Adderall prescription for a while. There's a point where my blood pressure got a little too high and they had to cut me off of the Adderall because it does raise your blood pressure. And yes, I definitely noticed the difference between me on and off Adderall. There's a lot of, I mean, I get distracted easily anyways. But there's some people that I feel like are making this out to be an even bigger thing than it has to be. Like 1%, it's been kind of a nightmare. I can't get enough done. I feel like I need to take way more breaks than I need to take before, and had to shift, and I've had to shift how I work. Another person says, where is it? I even spaced out where I'm trying to have serious conversations with this girl to console her, but I spaced out because I'm not able to focus. This is a huge issue for me. There is a way. I've been able to be more present in conversations, even with my easily distraction. I can, but I don't know. Another one. I'm constantly nervous that I won't be able to get my medicine, and I'll get fired and not be able to find another job and turn back into a gross, depressed garbage monster who hates himself for not being able to do his laundry. I'll just be stressed out and upset all the time. I feel like that's a little bit of an over-exaggeration of things. I feel like they asked the most dramatic of people for a quote. Like,
well, you know, my whole thing with Adderall.
Yes.
My whole story.
Yes.
First time I ever took Adderall. I have a story about Adderall on top of that too, but first time I took Adderall, we were on vacation to see Justin in Florida. He was living in Florida. We were going down there for Christmas.
Yes.
One of the first days I was on it, we were going to church. And I sat there and I cried throughout the whole church thing. I didn't want to go because I didn't want to go. And also on top of that, I don't know. I was like, I lost my goddamn mind. I swear to God, the first time I ever took Adderall. But everybody kept insisting, you know, like, you need this thing. And then, like, everybody's like, it'll take for like a while for you to figure out your dosage. So it was like, you know, I'm a kid, and after a while, you know, you kind of just don't take it. Because it was like, nobody could figure out, like, they were sure I needed it, couldn't figure out the dosage. I was emotional all the freaking time. If I didn't have something to do, I would lose my mind and I would be angry at people, and I would just be like, there's nothing for me to do. Or it was like crazy. it was a crazy time for me. And then I was off it for a while. I went to another doctor. They were like, okay, Adderall. They were like, we're gonna give you a dosage. And I guess, I don't know, in my head when I was a kid, I was like, if it's not working, you need a higher dosage.
If I remember correctly, I think they already gave you a pretty high dosage to start with.
Yeah, they told me to double that. They were just like, just take 2.
So I think it started you at 10 and put you on 20. And
yeah, I was already pretty high. And then it was just like, it was such a wreck. I was such a wreck. My life was such a wreck. I feel like I was in college, and I'm like trying to do this, like, I'm doing architecture stuff. I ran through all my classwork. They're like, read the book and do all this. Like drafting 101, I did all the book work for that class in like a couple days. Honestly, I sat there and I did all that. I read through the stuff. It's kind of like what you do in like elementary school, where they make you, you know what the key points are. Wrote all through the stuff, went all through the book, got all my work done for the whole semester, that one class, except for the stuff he actually had to teach, and I could not. I couldn't be there in class. Like I couldn't sit there and like be there in class, and it was like trying to. Honestly, I couldn't pay attention, and I felt so sick half the time, and it was like such a hard experience for me.
Because
And everybody was like, "Just take more."
no, they searched. You should have been. You should have started at like the 5 milligram dose and see where it's at, not at the 10 and then go to 20.
All my doctors were like, because I was like, yeah, I can't pay attention, but I was also hyped up on all this shit, and it's like, I think it could help certain people, but I don't think I had ADD.
Yeah.
I think I had a lot of emotional things going on, and I was not able to pay attention.
Yeah.
And everybody kept going, no, you have ADD because you can't pay attention. And they kept putting like, they're like, more Adderall, more Adderall, more Adderall. And it just, it was like a crazy time in my life.
Yeah. Well, I remember when I had to go through testing as a child to find out if I had ADHD, because I could never pay attention in class and I was always hyper and all that stuff. But then they did the testing and then they said I was too focused. But the problem is some of the stuff that they gave you was like issued as a challenge. And I may have ADHD, but you issued a fucking challenge to me, and I'm going to fight with all my willpower. Because one of the things you had to do is they had this like, it was literally what they have in like arcades and carnivals. It's that little ring and you have to go around all this stuff and follow the shape, and you can't touch it and make it go off. And they said if you touch it more than 3 times, that's bad. And I suddenly had the steadiest hand of any surgeon that ever lived. And I made it all the way through that entire ring without touching it one time. And they had some other tests, but that's the one I remember, because as soon as they said that, and I was like, it's game. You gave me something to focus all my ability on. You issued a challenge. And when you lay down the gauntlet in front of me, I'm going to do my damnedest. Win or lose, I will fight with everything I got. And that is what they did. Then I forgot the moral of the story.
Oh, dude, Adderall. I think if you need it, it really works. I think it really works for people. But I think misdiagnoses.
Oh yeah, that definitely happens, especially if you're doing it online.
Happen. Oh, I didn't do it online. I swear to God, I had a doctor for a while who was just like, "What do you need?"
I know, but I'm just saying, like, that they do that online now.
But I was just like, I don't know. They told me I had ADD, and she was like, "Here you go."
Yeah.
Gave me the highest grade that I could get, and then I was like, "Well,"
and I think that's a problem too, because I've had some other friends, like my doctor started me at 5, and I had gone all the way up to 20, but then my blood pressure got high, and now I'm back at the 10. But what I've been doing is I've only recently been starting to do the prescribed dose, is where I do 10 in the morning, 10 in the afternoon. And it's got a balance, but because my blood pressure was high, I was just doing the 10 and only doing the second dose if I needed to.
I'm like, I think 30 is the highest.
Yeah, 30 is the max.
30 what I was doing twice a day. And I was like a little meth head running around.
Yeah.
Like, just fucking I was so aggressive about everything.
One of my friends, like her first diagnosis, they started her off 20 in the morning, 10 in the afternoon. And I was like, Jesus Christ.
I don't know, know, because I've always had, I had problems, but like, I really do feel like I was misdiagnosed, and they were just kind of like, you said you're having a hard time paying attention in school.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, that's kind of how a lot of these diagnoses are.
And then I was like, I don't know. I think I'm having a hard time to like double it a day. Then, and then I was just.
I just want to say though, I'm on TikTok all the time, and I don't know why, but I really hate the term neurodivergent. I don't know why, but it annoys me. It just sounds like
stupid,
such a bougie, nonsensical, overly PC term to say.
Yeah.
But maybe that's because, I don't know. I hate the term neurodivergent, and I don't want to be labeled into that category. So if you call me neurodivergent, I'm going to punch you in the nuts. Okay? I'm just saying. I don't like being under that label. I don't know why, but it's a weird word to me that just upsets me. Like the word dildo. It upsets me too. But that's for different reasons.
I'll be right back. I have to pee so bad.
Okay. Diane has to pee.
So, how do I get rid of myself? There we go.
I did it for you. But yes, the neurodivergent term, I don't know why it annoys me so much, but it just does. Like, I don't know. It feels patronizing to me or something. It's just, I don't know. I get it. People are trying to be PC, but it bothers me. That word is like nails on a chalkboard. It just bothers me to a weird, obnoxious level. It's much like the term dildo. I don't know why, but I hate. Well, actually, I know exactly why I hate that word, but I cannot properly give the story of why I hate that word because YouTube and Twitch would not appreciate my traumatic story with dildos. So, but let's just say I was a minor and inappropriate things happened. And to this day, that word bothers me. I prefer the term rubber dick. I don't know why. It's just less degrading and upsetting to me. So, if you call me neurodivergent, it's like traumatizing me all over again. Yes, I went there, and that's how it is. But just, I don't know. I don't know. Like, it's a stupid term. But I got my Adderall. And honestly, if you're getting your prescription at Walgreens, you're fucking up. I have, over the years, every time I have to get a refill on prescriptions, Walgreens likes to fuck you. They like to just suck every nickel and dime out of you. Like, since I've been with CVS, they have never once told me my insurance won't cover my asthma medication and I have to pay fucking $300 for one inhaler or almost $400. CVS has always taken my insurance, no problems, no issues. So my suggestion is if you get your prescription from Walgreens, just drop them because they're terrible fucking people. But if you want to buy booze, then you can buy booze from Walgreens. Just don't use their pharmacy because they're a waste of space as a pharmacy. They suck balls. They're just terrible pharmacy and they should be condemned. Just like Chick Fil A. Don't trust them. Did you go steal a snack too?
I had a Slim Jim in my room. I couldn't have chosen a chewier.
I just went on a short rant about neurodivergence and dildos.
Not just a Slim Jim, but a savage Slim Jim.
Oh yeah.
Did you hear about the wedding couple that got dosed with Adderall at their wedding day?
What?
They at least know that the groom was, because she came down the aisle. The bride came down the aisle, and the husband was just bawling, and she was actually kind of like, "What the fuck is going on?" Because she was just like, "Okay," like she was a little hesitant because she was like, "Why is he losing his shit like this?" you know. And like she keeps going, and he kept crying throughout the whole wedding. He just couldn't stop bawling throughout the whole fucking thing. And then everybody started getting concerned, and they were just like, he has to be dosed or something. Somebody did something.
Yeah.
And they got him tested, and they found out he had a shit ton of Adderall in his system. And that's why he was crying his whole fucking wedding. Somebody fucked up his whole. I don't know if he's fucked. He said he doesn't remember the whole thing.
Yeah.
He's like I don't really remember my wedding because somebody dosed him with Adderall on his wedding.
I don't know about that because I don't know. But
like I said before, the complete crying without any control of your emotions and all that, the probably not remembering stuff. I feel like that could have been a thing too when I was a kid. But like the losing control and crying stuff, he was just like he was definitely overdosed. Whoever dosed them, I think they plan on dosing quite a few people, but he got pretty much all of it.
Yeah. You know, I just realized
he was just bawling his whole wedding.
I should name this podcast "Don't Trust a Christian." Not the whole podcast, but this episode. Damn it! Sorry.
Podcast. Don't trust a Christian.
We'll do a different podcast.
Can you imagine being somebody drugging you at your own wedding? Or maybe he overdosed himself. I don't know. Something happened. But like they said there were trace amounts in other people, which could have been. Whatever.
I could have seen this in a bachelor party thing. And somebody dared him to snort a bunch of Adderall. Like if they did this the night before and he was snorting a bunch of Adderall throughout the night, that could add up and be a problem. Like I don't know how their wedding went, or if he had like that best man that's just that guy, you know, an Ari Shafir, and just put stuff in your drink.
Well, because it's if you want to take drugs like that, okay, you know what's going on, you know.
Yeah,
I've chosen to take in this thing. When you don't, it's a shit show. It never goes well.
Oh yeah,
you're not expecting to be.
Like I was just thinking about like if you've never done LSD in your life and somebody just dropped like 2 or 3 hits in a bottle of water and you drank that shit, your life would be ruined.
Yeah, you would have thought you lost your goddamn mind.
Holy fuck. I mean, if you're riding a futon across the universe in middle of science class, fuck.
There was this other wedding where the bride and the caterer dosed everybody with marijuana and stuff, and people were losing their freaking minds.
Oh yeah,
with just marijuana, because if you're not expecting it, that's crazy.
Oh hey, it's the Cruises Cowboy. Haven't seen you in a while. Nice to see you. We're just, you know, we're slowly coming to a close. We're talking about Adderall and don't trust Christians and drinking this. I'm glad you joined us. It's lovely to see you. Hope things are doing well in your life. But this shit's pretty delicious. Anyways. But yeah, I could imagine if you just like ate a brownie and didn't know it was like fucking a weed brownie.
Somebody sent like a "I'm dying" text to their family.
Oh, like, I can get that.
composed, like I don't know what the fuck's going on. Like something's happening to me.
Dude, like,
But that's why you don't, because I think even if you are into those kind of drugs, if somebody just doses you and doesn't tell you, that's not okay. You're not going to be okay.
yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, like I remember the one time where my friend insisted that I take 2 sativa edibles instead of 1. And I'm like, I don't know, man. It's been a long time since I've done anything like this. And they're like, no, just take 2. You're a big guy. And then I was laying in bed, sinking into it, going, I can't move. For the love of God, don't throw me in a pool. I will drown. Like I could not imagine just being like all happily at a wedding, you know, eating your cake, drinking your champagne, and then all of a sudden, the fuck?
Yeah.
Why can't I get out of this chair? What the fuck is happening?
I went to a birthday party
brother.
once. I was told what I was smoking was Blue Dream.
Yeah.
Me and Sammy, we smoked it, and we just started to flip the fuck out. I don't know what was going on, but like I was hallucinating almost immediately. Everything looked like somebody had sketched it, like with like either like watercolor pencils or like colored pencils.
Are you sure they didn't give you PCP?
I don't know what the fuck happened, dude.
Because I remember in high school, I smoked weed. They said the joint was laced in LSD, and we later discovered it was PCP. And I remember skateboarding, and we found a pack of cigarettes, which apparently did exist because our sober friend, the babysitter of the group, was like, "Oh, bro, we found a full pack of cigarettes." I'm like, "Oh, cool." And then you're skateboarding, and I just remember this walrus wearing plaid pants, a purple walrus wearing plaid pants, came out of his apartment and started yelling at us. And he told us to leave. And there was a point where we saw ourselves and we tried to go back and smoke with ourselves again because we went through a time warp. And we still actually had another bowl left. We could have smoked more. But my friend got mad and threw it at my other friend along with our deodorant, which I don't remember what. I guess we can't deodorant because it was weed. But yeah, that lasted about like 18 hours. And I remember we played Ted Nugent, Stranglehold, and we played air guitar for 4.5 hours.
I don't know, dude. All I know is everybody was like, hey, smoke this. And then everything looked like a watercolor painting / sketch. And I just remember this one kid who I knew relatively well for a stranger, you know.
Wait, are you really opening your second one?
Yeah.
I'm almost done with that. How is this possible? Normally, I'm the one.
It's because you brag so much.
What?
About your self-control. That's why you have a whole fridge full of stuff. That's how this happened. And also, honestly, it is quite tart and sweet, and I'm not really a fan of sweet.
I know. I got past a certain point where it just goes down fine.
This dude
but mine are also cold.
That's true. This dude was talking to me, and I remember wanting to talk to him, but it's like I couldn't understand what he was saying. And I just remember smiling and shaking my head furiously. Just and him, I remember him saying like we should hang out or so, and just be like, and then just like walking off with my friend and being like, I'm gonna cry, dude. We need to get to the car immediately because I'm gonna cry. I don't know what the fuck's going on, but I was like, I've never smoked weed where I've been so fucked up immediately. I was like, we need to like And then we couldn't get in the car, and then we were in front of we were in like I don't know if they're still called townhouses when they're all like connected, but there's four of them in a group. Like there's a front two, back two, and they're all in the same. It's kind of like a condo setup, I guess.
That's not really a townhouse. Townhouses are like side by side.
Yeah, but there's two side by side and then two in the back.
That's more of a because duplex is just two side by side.
I don't know what they're called.
I don't know.
But whatever. And there was a shit ton of them, and we were just in front of this person's house, and they came out of their house, and just as me and my best friend are trying to collect ourselves, and that made me want to cry even more. And I'm just like, I'm falling apart in front of somebody's house, and I'm just like, and then like eventually, like Deborah's like, okay, we gotta go. I think your ex might have been with us. Maybe she drugged us. Somebody drugged us because, like, as adults now who have smoked many a blue dream, many a marijuana, like once I got my medical card and all that stuff, I was like, there is no way that's what we were smoking. We were not smoking marijuana.
Yeah.
Whatever that was fucking crazy. And I'm like, did my friend know that? Or was that somebody at the party? Because I was like, why would you invite me to a thing where I'd like tell me?
Makes
like,
sense.
I'm I'm an adventurous lady. Tell me. But you can't just like throw me out there. Like that was crazy. Whatever that was crazy.
Oh yeah, that makes perfect
and it
sense.
kind of turned me off parties, honestly.
if you were with said person.
Yeah, she was there. So she might have been like, hey, I have some of my special stuff. But she was cool, kind of.
Yeah, if you go back to episode, let's see.
Did I call her your special lady? What did I call her? Whatever I called her, she's
my ex.
Okay, good.
If you go back to episode, where is it?
So when I mean special, I'm like, she's the craziest person.
I mean, define special.
In my whole entire life that I've ever come across.
If you go back to Heartbreak and Chaos, that episode, you can find the full story there. That episode was published 1 month ago. And yeah, that would make sense if she, slipped you a little something, because that's the kind of person she is. But you know what? It is time
to actually read the thing. Are you paused? Am I paused? Ten out of 10. 70 out of 30.
Oh, there it is.
All right.
There it is. Can you see me?
Yeah. I couldn't tell who it was.
The Wi-Fi totally fucked up.
Okay.
It still shows me a low rating here, so hopefully we're not all super glitchy. Looks okay. Looks okay. But I enjoy this quite a bit.
Mid card or no? Lower mid card. Is that how it goes? No. Refresh me, Justin.
Okay. Is this a 6 out of 5? An Owen Hart / Brody Lee memorial beverage? Is it a main eventer? A 5 out of 5. Is it in the upper mid card? A 4 out of 5. 3 out of 5 in the mid card. Lower mid card is 2 out of 5. 1 out of 5 is a jobber. And 0 out of 5 is a Vince Russo. I can tell you one thing: it's definitely not a Vince Russo, a jobber, or in the lower mid card. I think it's above mid card.
Yeah. Well, I'd say mid card or above.
Yeah, I don't. I'm not
Just
quite
because
sure. I can go full main eventer.
it's because I don't think you would want to drink four of these though. But I mean, I guess you might not need to drink four of these, but it's harsh for me.
Yeah,
Maybe if
honestly,
I
after two, I feel pretty good. Well, two and then two shots because we do our
it's
shooters.
it's just a lot of like acid.
I will say this will probably give me wicked heartburn in the morning.
Yeah, it's rough. I don't know if I want to like a 4 pack probably would get you more than where you need to be,
Oh yeah,
but I don't know that you can without severe heartburn.
repercussions.
Yeah, I've kind of been putting it off because I'm like, this is gonna hurt. This is
Oh,
gonna hurt me.
definitely. I would definitely say it's 4 out of 5 because it's definitely more than mid to me.
Yeah, well, it's
It's
like
more
four
than
and a
just all
half.
right.
It's 4.5. I'm hoping in the world of wrestling, I'm like hoping they get a title shot soon.
Yeah, definitely.
But uh yeah, it's just the heartburn's gonna
I mean, it's
fucking
probably not going to win the main title, but it's at least in the running.
mm.
Definitely the IC Intercontinental. I mean the IC or maybe like the TNT Championship. Definitely in that area. Definitely. But it's a solid beverage. I enjoyed it. Now, if you go to the Isotopes ballpark, does it taste even better? Fresh cocktail, you know what I mean? How do they zhuzh it up? Do they add a little extra to it? Like, what makes this even better than the can? Because any cocktail, the can version is always not as good as the original. It's just fact. The mass produced version is never as good as at the bar.
I don't know, man. I don't know though. I really don't know. I would argue what were the White Russians? What brand were those? Like who made those? Cutwater? Those are better than any White Russian I've ever made. Those are better than any White Russian. Like even when I was
Oh, these were
feeling
14%.
yeah, because I'm pretty sure I told Mike those are a Four Loco, but 12 is a Four Loco too. I was like, those are like fantastic. 10 out of 10.
They were
70
solid.
out of a million.
They were solid because we did another Cutwater one and it wasn't as good. Oh, it was a ranch water and it wasn't as good. But you know what? It's your time to hold down the fort because I suddenly have to piss really bad.
Okay.
It just hit me. That last sip hit the bladder and it hurts.
I would okay. Goodbye. Be gone. This was always my show anyway. Just kidding. 10 out of 10. I think if you want to get something like this, don't ever get a jug of something that's supposed to be like a cocktail thing. But if you get like stuff in cans, they actually are pretty damn potent for like not actually being mixed by somebody. They're pretty fucking fantastic. I would say always, if you don't want to buy the bottles, some of these canned cocktail mixes are pretty fantastic. And this is pretty good. Like I said, it's a watermelon warhead, 100% tasty. um, More expensive. If you want to just get fucked up, I would say, there's your Colson's, whatever. But these are second. Even I don't know. I think they're worth the money.
I have returned.
God.
All right. Final thoughts on Chick Fil A burgers, trusting Christians, or Adderall shortages, or a beverage of the night.
Well, I'm disappointed that they ditched the cows. I don't want to see them as their advertisement anymore.
Damn right.
Yeah, I guess that's it. That's pretty rough, dude. How can you do that? The cows have been. I've loved cows for all my life. Cows are like number 2. Cats, cows.
What about dogs?
Cats, cows, dogs. Cats, cows, and dogs are number 2.
Okay.
Who am I kidding? Right. It depends on the dog. Static was number 1.
That's true. There are some dogs that are better than others, like Mallory.
Like I feel like I've had the best dog I've ever gonna have in my whole entire life. So it's cats here on out. No. And I've even had the best cats. So from here on out, hamsters.
Harry, come here. Come here. This is the most adorable dog face you can ever see.
Oh.
Look at her.
She is beautiful.
Mallory, say hello to your adoring public.
If her and Static could have had babies, it would have been the best animals ever created.
Ever. It would melt your hearts. Okay, Mallory, get my tuna fish. She's licking a plate.
We were pretty sure Static was sterile, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. He banged some broads in his days, and
Well, could he aim though?
Not really. He was banging. I think he was just like, I know what I'm supposed to be doing, but I'm not interested. It's like I'd rather poke these broads in the eye than get behind them. So
I've seen him poke many broads in the eye.
Yeah. So, alas, as much as I wanted a baby Static, it was never in his future.
Was a little incapable.
So,
but on that note, this has been Best of the Bottom. We're bottom class people drinking bottom shelf booze. We're live every Monday night, 9 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, 11 p.m. Eastern, and 8 p.m. Pacific at twitch.tv/bottom class. If you're watching us on the YouTubes, please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification, get the bell on, do all those things that, they tell you to do. And, YouTubing 101. Please do all those things. Our socials down at the bottom, at bottom class for TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. And then I own a tattoo shop with my son. Kurt does all the tattoos. I do all the piercings. And that's pink_street_tattoos_piercings. Hit us up on Instagram. You can see our work there. It's lovely. Come by, check us out. Give us your money.
Their Instagram is actually very good.
Thank you.
It is. I suggest everybody actually take a gander.
Take a gander on Instagram. Come
Even
by
if
and
you
check us out.
already know, just go take a gander. Be proud of your boy.
And give us a follow. And we will see you next week. Unless I start streaming, because I had a brilliant idea, because I always talk about being the e-girl of this podcast. I'm going to buy boobs and a whole e-girl outfit. And I need to come up with a name for her. And I'm going to live stream some video games. And it's going to be fucking amazing.
Are you going to get the pull over your head,
Yes. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I can't. You gonna come over to the house and show your mother?
Yes.
I can't wait.
I'm not trying to steal your thunder. I will not
He
wear.
couldn't even on his best day.
Yeah.
Even if he bought.
But I am going to get me some big rubber boobies. And I'm going to do an e-girl stream on certain days of the week. I don't know what
can't
games
wait
I'm going
for
to
you
play
show your
exactly,
mother. I'm so excited.
but it's going to be fun. And I'm not sure. I think I'm going to have to give me a pink wig. Oh. That's a good idea, actually. That's a brilliant idea. I mean, I got the cat ears already. So,
Dude.
gonna make this happen. Gonna make it happen. Anyways, I need to get back on my game streaming. I haven't done that in a while. Mostly because fuck, I'm busy as shit. There was like 4 days. I think I slept for like 3 hours. Like, I worked a backwards 24 the other day. I started at the night and then went through the day, and then I got home. I fell asleep at 6 a.m. Not 6 a.m. at 6 p.m. and I slept until 9 a.m. today. And I still not sure if that was enough sleep. I'm a busy son of a bitch.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be bursts of sleep for you for
For a while.
a bit.
Yeah. Business owner,
Hopefully,
full-time
things will calm
paramedic,
down.
streamer. Good thing I got my Adderall refill.
God bless.
Thank you for joining us. This has been Best of the Bottom. Please give us a follow, a subscribe, share us, click the bells, get notifications, and we'll see you next week.
Nico. Just because I was happy to see her. I love her so much.
Tasted pretty good.